What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Unplugged and Uncut. You were live with your boy Unique. Today I'm going to get into the greatest NBA Finals matchup to never happen. The San Antonio Spurs versus the Chicago Bulls, 1999. That is right. We're going to get into that and a whole lot more. We're going to break down the series, how we think it would have turned out, and then we're going to look in the comments to see how you feel about this greatest finals matchup to never happen. Before I get started, if you haven't taken the time to hit that subscribe button, make sure you do. We are giving away a ton of prizes along with a PlayStation 5 disc edition with the game of your choice. Once we hit 100,000 subscribers, all you got to do to be entered to win is be an active subscriber and leave comments in the comments section. But without further ado, let's get into the Spurs versus the Bulls, 1999, greatest NBA Finals matchup to never happen. In 1998, Michael Jordan and the Bulls had just completed their second three-peat and were dominating the landscape of the NBA. Out in the Wild Wild Western Conference, however, a new monster was growing and destroying 70% of the competition in his path. That monster was going by the name of Tim Duncan. He was emerging as a two-way beast with David Robinson to go against practice and continue to get better. If was a fifth. So what if the Bulls keep that team together for one last run at a possible four-peat? I mean, who really goes up and breaks up a three-peat dynasty? I know I wouldn't have broke up that dynasty. Now let's get into the actual players that would be involved. So we're going to take the 98 Bulls roster and the 99 Spurs roster to make this matchup. We're going to start with the stars. You got the Zen Master, Phil Jackson, going up against the coach that only needs 3 letters, Pop. Similar to Coach K only needs 1 letter. When you're such a good coach and become a legend, you only need 3 letters for people to know who you were talking about, Pop. We're going to say that is a draw in coaching. Both teams have excellent coaching. Moving on to the star players. We got Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman going against Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Sean Elliott. Key rotation players would be Ron Harper, B.J. Armstrong, Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley, and Bill Winnington will have to play. The Spurs are just too big. On the other side, you have Jaren Jackson, Avery Johnson, Mario Elie, Antonio Daniels, Jerome Kersey. Now, we're not going over the complete rosters, just the main players that are going to have to play. We are leaving one player out, and we will mention him at the end. So I'll leave that one player out. We're just going to go with these 8 players, and we're going to set up the starting lineup. The starting lineup the Bulls used against Utah was Ron Harper, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley. The Spurs starting lineup they used against the New York Knicks was Avery Johnson, Sean Elliott, Mario Elie, Tim Duncan, David Robinson. Now let's go player by player and see who we think would win that matchup. So at the point guard, you got Ron Harper going against Avery Johnson. I'm going to say that's a push. Next, you would have on the wing, Michael Jordan going against Sean Elliott. Michael Jordan's winning that matchup all day, every day. Next, we got Scottie Pippen going against Mario Elie. Scottie Pippen's winning that matchup all day, every day. Next, we got Tony Kukoc getting turned into barbecue chicken by Tim Duncan. There's no competition. Luke Longley getting turned into barbecue chicken by David Robinson. So we got a push in the starting lineup. That is right. If you look at these two teams and you say Ron Harper and Avery Johnson play to a draw, I think the Bulls have the advantage on the wing, but the Spurs have the advantage down low. And Bulls fans, this is not the Utah Jazz. The Spurs are not going to be taking wing jumpers with Karl Malone. They are going to be eating everything up in the paint. Tim Duncan will turn everybody into barbecue chicken. We're talking about a young Tim Duncan, still very athletic, had not blew out both his knees yet. Even with 2 knees gone, Tim Duncan was winning chips. So imagine Tim Duncan eating with both his knees. David Robinson's going to destroy Luke Longley. Michael Jordan is just going to have a feast on Sean Elliott. Sorry, Ninja. We love you, but we got to live in reality. Scottie Pippen, Mario Elie is an interesting matchup. I think Scottie Pippen is the better player here. However, the Spurs will find a way to get Mario Elie some good looks from the outside. With Tim Duncan dominating down low, you're going to have to help from somewhere. And Tim and David were both excellent passers. So with the starting lineup becoming a push, we're going to have to move into the bench units. BJ Armstrong, Antonio Daniels, I'm going to say that's a push. Antonio Daniels was a high flyer, could get buckets from the outside as well. BJ Armstrong is an excellent shooter, could set his teammates up. So I give that a push. Dennis Rodman, Jaren Jackson. I'm giving the slight edge to Dennis Rodman. Jaren Jackson brought more offense and could play good defense, but Dennis Rodman was a monster on the defense, one of the best rebounders the NBA has ever seen. So I do give him the slight edge there. Bill Winnington, Jerome Kersey. I'm actually giving the slight edge to Jerome Kersey in this situation. Bill Winnington is just out there to get ate up by Tim Duncan and David Robinson to give Luke Longley a break. And Jerome Kersey's out there to get buckets. So I'm giving the slight edge to Jerome Kersey. Guys, we have come to a draw, a 7-game series. Both teams are evenly matched, top to bottom, the best 8 players, which leads us to that 9th player that we said we'll mention at the end. I actually believe this championship will be decided by who has Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was on the 98 Bulls squad and the 99 Spurs squad. The reason Steve Kerr is so important is his clutch 3-point shooting. Steve Kerr is unfazed by the moment, has ice water in his veins, and is known to come up clutch. I think he would be the X factor in this series and decide who wins. So I got this series as a draw, coming down to who has Steve Kerr. I can't wait to see how the Bulls fans feel. Do y'all think the 98 Bulls mop up the Spurs? I can't wait to see how the Spurs fans feel. Do y'all think the 99 Spurs mop up the Bulls? Or do y'all agree with me that this is a 7-game series, actually closer than you think when you look at both rosters, and could come down to one player that was on both teams, Steve Kerr? But I can't wait to hear everybody sound off in the comments. That's all we got for this episode, and your boy is out. Peace.